Hello there, Awaken One. I'm Monica Bermudez, an intuitive quantum energy healer, and I have a message from the Sacred Heart as I am intuitively receiving for these energies. And I want to share about 5 things to know about this new moon that's upcoming for February of 2023 as we're nearing the end of the month itself. And this new moon is special because it's also a super moon. And the super moon is when the moon is very close proximity to the earth itself. That means that the effects are much stronger in energy. And every new moon is about setting new intentions, new beginnings, a new chapter, and starting something new, like new projects. So it's a perfect time to work with the cycles and the energy of the new moon to really set those intentions and to really put passion into it and to take the action needed for the next steps for the new moon itself. And you'll see that by me is my dog, is Angel. So she comes and says hello. She loves the messages that come into the YouTube video itself. So I want to share the 5 themes around this. There's a lot of really potent energy, and looking at a lot of what the astrologers are saying also is how the planets are also just aligning themselves, and Mars is supposed to be a really special peak of energy. And so I feel like with this new moon in February will be the fire starter for or igniting that momentum of the new energies that are set to come in March. And these are big because a lot of the planets and the stars and I studied and I really like a lot of the stories in relation to the mythology, that's Greek or Roman mythology. And I think there, I feel there is some truth to that, for one. And so how they were, the meaning or definition of how they were portrayed in those mythologies will say a lot for the energies that are coming towards us. And so in March is Pluto, the planet Pluto, that's going to enter into the sign of Aquarius. And so during that day, which I believe is March 23rd, it's supposed to be like a really big day. That's also a new moon. So a new moon cycle of setting new intentions. And so I feel like this super moon, new moon that we're approaching, which is going to peak its energy on February 20 and of 2023. And so this is going to set this momentum of the new intentions that are set on that day is going to have this very strong effect and momentum for the next new moon cycle that is set to occur in March 23rd, which is going to be accompanied with this other energy of Pluto into the Aquarius. And I'll dive a little more into why that is so important. So Pluto is a planet that actually has meaning to it. I wrote this down right now. So in the Roman mythology, the Pluto, the planet, was known to be the meaning of it is the wealthy one, or the giver of wealth. And it was in correlation to the Greek god Hades, which was the god of the underworld. And so that's why Pluto is associated with transformation and with rebirth, because for every death there is a rebirth. So as we're shedding our old versions of ourselves, we're also rebirthing this new version of ourselves as well. And so the fact that it is an Aquarius energy is linked to the planet Uranus. And Uranus itself, and that's why Aquarian energy is associated to freedom, because that planet's about innovation, it's about technology. And so the way I see it is that there's this spiritual momentum of energy that is about to spark at a collective level, but also inside of us too. And so I feel that our new wealth is going to come through the spirituality of the things that we are. So being more linked into our own, tapped into our own soul aspect and the abundance and prosperity that we all hold within ourselves, because that is our divine right, that we are already abundant, we are already prosperous, and that is all linked to your wealth in itself. And so I feel like that is that rebirthing going on that will spark that. And that is why it's so significant of that that moment, that date. It's like this transitional state. And so I want to like jump into some of the 5 things and bring it back, you know, to this super moon, new moon for this February 20, the one that we're approaching right now for this new moon cycle. And towards the end, I'm actually going to do like a little mini oracle card reading, and I'm planning to pull out 2 cards, one for the new moon coming up and the other one for this transitional state for in March when Pluto goes into Aquarius. So I want to share first, the first thing is that because this is a Pisces type energy, new moon, it's going to feel, it may feel a bit emotional as well because of the water sign that's associated with it. And so also feeling like a bit dreamy state, or if you're feeling extra sleepy, for example, or wanting to be more into this dream state, that is the sign of the Pisces and the energy of the new moon that I'm feeling for this energy right now. And so whatever emotion may be coming up, it may also be linked into certain things that are ready to be released as well, so that we can step in like more fully into the things that we mean to set intentions for this new moon. Number 2, it feels like this spiritual rebirth, like we were just talking about, right? It's a spiritual phase of rebirth for us, and it feels like it's all linked to this new energies that's coming in March. So it's like having this new spark of information about at the soul level, soul aspect of ourselves, and you know, all linked to our purpose and our mission and what we come to do here on earth. So it's a new level of like awakening. And number 3, it is definitely an activating type new moon that is linked into the next phase or the next chapter of your life and connection to your spiritual side. And especially if you're looking to start some kind of business associated with your spiritual side, and or you know, purpose. It doesn't necessarily have to be a business, but something that you're in alignment more so with your own mission and your purpose in your life. And so this will spark that next phase or that next level for you, and activation for you. And then the 4th thing is that it feels like this is bringing up more sparks of this mysticism and this art and creativity. So it's this flood of creativity that's also coming up for new ideas, new inventions, and new ways of just being on this earthly planet. And you know, all just linked to this energy, to the new moon. And as you set those intentions, you also get these creative ideas that will support your intentions as you're setting them. And the 5th thing is, because it is, you know, this water sign, it feels like there is this flowing type energy, that it's like a much easier way to manifest with this energy. So it feels like a much more flowy type state of energy. And I feel like because of the level of energy, acceleration, and higher vibrational energies, it feels it is much easier in a way to really manifest. However, if you're still lingering on to like old patterns that you feel are still inside of you, then it will still be a bit challenging. And so the minute that you're able to release a lot of it, or just dissolve it, or let go of the things that no longer serve you, the quicker and more accelerated your manifestation will happen. Because every intention that we set, every manifestation that we make in the moment, you know, whether that is through visualization or some form, it's already manifested in that state. For it to be a physical reality, that is, you know, a different story. So it comes down to when we are so, you know, buried in certain toxic emotions or patterns that have been literally weighing us down, it will feel like a lot of baggage on us. And so it can feel very overwhelming and uncomfortable, and it could manifest and show up in different ways, whether that be through physical symptoms or ailments or some kind of other health imbalance. And so all of these things, you know, are for us to just be aware, for one, and also, you know, take the action needed to be able to let go of what no longer serves and embrace the soul level, focusing, you know, a lot on your heart, because in the heart, being the gateway to your soul, that is where it starts. So if you're feeling a lot still of, you know, any heartbreak type, remnant type energy, that is the place to start, is with the heart, and then everything else will come together. And so give yourself the time and the space that you need to be able to release some of this stuff, giving yourself the self-care that you need and the nurturing as well. So I want to jump into some of this mini oracle card reading, and I think I shared everything. Just looking here. So the energy of Pisces, right, is about peace, it's about nature, it's about meditation. So that is, you know, appropriate for also getting clarity on certain patterns that no longer serve you. And I'm going to jump in this card reading, but first, quick announcement that on February 20, when the energy is at its highest peak for the new moon, I'll be leading the Circle of Quantum Conscious Creators. It's a new moon ritual where we all come as a group and we set powerful new moon intentions, and we support one another energetically as a circle. It's a virtual circle, and you know, everybody shares, or they don't have to share, but usually there's a worksheet that where we write down those intentions, and we just, you know, bring in some of the light energy transmissions to enhance that power of it as well. So all the links and information is below, and also on February 22nd, which is going to be 222, I felt guided to do another program, which is a dismantling program, to release some of the toxic energies in relation to any of the old patriarch energy, which is like the toxic masculine energy that some of us still have and are, you know, really digging in deep to dismantling those energies of the 3D matrix within that has been engraved in us for such a long time. And so having that energy transmission of dismantling will support a lot of the new energies that we're also going to be receiving in March, and also help with some of the manifestation of this new moon intentions that we set on February 20. So we will have Goddess Kali and Goddess Sept are some of the top goddess, you know, avatars who will be present during those transmissions to support with the dismantling, but there will be others as well with us, and you can find the link and information in the description area. And then finally, I am also going to be leading another masterclass on light language. If you're looking to have that as a modality for your business, you're trying to start your business in those areas, and this is definitely going to be a big movement moving forward, like I was talking about with this energy of Pluto going into the Aquarian energy. So let me jump into this reading, and the first card that I want to pull up is in relation to this new moon energy, and what message do we want to receive from that for the new moon. And this is coming from the Quantum Oracle card deck, I will display on the screen. So first message. Make sure this is clear. Pull this card. And this card is about great gratitude and the consciousness. I like how it's linked to consciousness, because I feel like a lot of the Aquarian energy is also about this unity consciousness, and it's tied into this new moon energy. It almost feels like this rebirth as well, because the new moon is also like a new change, a new direction, new chapter. So it feels very fitting for the new moon to also, you know, implement a lot of the gratitude, the things that we have already, of whether, you know, we can also give thanks to the old version of ourselves for being where we are, and for learning from the old versions of yourself, and as you step into the new version of yourself as well. And the second card that I want to do specifically for this energy of the Pluto in Aquarius. This is beautiful. So this is also about consciousness, again, about the unity consciousness. And it says deserving, because you are so deserving of your own abundance and your own prosperity. And so this new spark and rebirth of the spiritual transformation of energies is a deserving time for us, because this is the process of our ascension and our awakening, and the awakening being to the truth and authentic selves of who we are, and more than just this human physical form that you see in the mirror. You're much more. You carry the entire universe with you. And since you carry the whole universe within yourself, within your soul, you also are deserving of that abundance and the prosperity that we are, you know, collectively about to receive or are receiving. And so that is the message for now. I'm going to be sharing some more YouTube video messages, and some of them will be just talks about, you know, several topics that I'm guided in the moment to talk about, that I'm receiving intuitively in that moment. And so I look forward to connecting with you in the next video. So click like if you resonate with this, and share with others, and also subscribe if you haven't. And I look forward to connecting with you very soon. Sending you all so much love. Bye for now.